Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there. They're all living the devil may care, and I am just a devil with love to spare. So viva, viva Las Vegas!
I love working here at MotivHealth because we are just one big family. We aren't afraid to, dive deep and to have fun and just make every day fun to come to work and help everyone.
I love the atmosphere here. Everyone just always has a positive attitude, and it's just really fun to work here. You can be yourself, ask as many questions as you want. Your teammates are always going to be here to help you. It's just a very laid-back, chill environment here, and I love it.
I think my favorite part is just the people. Everyone's always really happy to lend a hand. People are always just really good-natured, having fun conversations, and everyone really cares about the company's common goal too, so I like that.
The environment again is really cool. Everyone's really close-knit. It's kind of like a family. It's not like very corporate-y, if that's the word. It's not, but I like that.
Everyone here is seriously the most friendly people I've ever met. And it's just a family feel. And everyone is happy to be here for the most part, and we're here to help each other. That's what I love about it.
I enjoy the people here. It feels like a family. It feels great to come every morning and put my efforts into something that I really like to do.
I like working at MotivHealth because I feel valued. I love working with my teammates in other departments and feeling like my ideas matter.
Just every single day there's always someone laughing, because they're having a good time together while they're working, so it's kind of always really fun. Every other office I've ever been in, it's really serious, very somber, but here it feels like you're actually going to work with friends.
The biggest thing for me is the work-life balance and the fact that everybody just feels like family. I've never been in a place where it meant so much to have that work-life balance. I came from a place where I was working, 12 to 16 hours a day and missing out on a lot of time with my family, so that's been huge, and I just love my team. We all get along really well. I love coming to work every day.
We have a great culture for our employees here. Lots of great perks that we're able to enjoy. That is something that I really appreciate, that I feel like the company looks out for its employees and provides a good work environment.
Everything. I love everything about it. I love the people. I love the vision that Dave has. I love feeling that we're actually making a difference, right? You see healthcare costs going down and we're saving people lots of money, and it's fulfilling on top of earning a paycheck.
I feel like I'm making a difference in members' lives, and I also love showing up to work and having a supportive group of coworkers, supervisors, and managers.
I love working at MotivHealth because everybody is friendly and we chat and get along and become friends as much as coworkers.
For one, I enjoy helping people and working on the pharmacy team. Being able to save people so much money is great. I've worked as a medical assistant and I've seen so many people not take care of themselves because they can't afford their medications. So being able to come here and do that for people is awesome. I also love the people that I work with. I love that MotivHealth, everyone here is so supportive.
I love my coworkers. I love the atmosphere and the positivity that we have over there.
What I think MotivHealth does differently versus other companies or other jobs I've worked at is they definitely take your feedback into consideration, and you definitely feel heard out here. So I think that's a huge thing, as well as just everyone's really close with each other, and everyone gets along with everyone. What about you?
I feel like MotivHealth really, like you said, listens to you and kind of helps you out, even though if like there's something you don't understand. It's more like they'll be like, okay, let's work it out and see like where we can help out.
Yeah, and leadership actually is like always even willing to be there for you if you're having a bad day and stuff like that. They're always willing to hear you out and listen.
On our team, we work a lot with in-case management, so we call, especially a lot of our high-risk members, follow up with them and see what we can do to help them, see what they need. And a lot of them are just so impressed. They're like, we've never had an insurance that reaches out to us and wants us to find the best care and make sure we're informed on the best care. I think too, the teams here are so great. Questions that our team can't particularly answer, it's so easy to get them with another team, whether it's the PHA's pharmacy team. Those are the main ones. They usually have questions, but they're just great to also reach out and make it a cohesive team process.
I like the camaraderie. I loved being able to get in on right at the very beginning of the opening of this company, and being a part of that has just been so important to me and so fun.
People here that just make it a great environment, and also they're always willing to help our members and providers. And the biggest thing that we like to do here is to make change and make things better for our members with their health care.
I love what we do, and I get to see like the stories that come from our members because I'm in person with them. So I get to hear all the good things about MotivHealth from our members and about our teammates and how they've helped them. So it's just been a really fun experience.
I like working at MotivHealth. I think because everything's like constantly changing. I love working at Motiv because it's never the same, which is surprisingly nice. You think that people would like more structure, but I like learning new things and things changing and processes changing because it's things like constantly evolving with Motiv, which is really cool. So like working at Motiv is fun because I've gotten to evolve with the company and so evolve with the processes, and so things like that are my favorite part, seeing things change.
Speaking as an underwriter, we actively try and make the premiums as low as we can. And we care about the members and the best ways we can help each individual.
I mean, I would say I don't really have to dig for a story at all. You know, every day is fun when we work here. I mean, you know, we get our work done and everything as well, but we do like to joke around and have fun every single day, so it's not really a one-off thing. Like you get at a lot of other companies here, you know, you get that personable, you know, fun environment all the time where you enjoy coming to work and being here all the time.
So I did start out in the PHA department, which was awesome. I had a really good training group and was able to make friends with the people in my training group, and they do make it easy for you to get the rapport you need starting in the PHA position to make it able to move over and move up within the company.
MotivHealth is a great company to work for. Everyone's very team-oriented, always willing to help when you have questions, and anytime you're stuck with any issues, they're always willing to collaborate and come up with a solution.
It's wonderful to work here. I've never had this sort of an experience in my long time of working in healthcare, and I just appreciate everyone and everything that they've done. Everyone here is super supportive of everyone, and it's very refreshing. So thank you all.
Hi, my name is Sheila, and I work for the pharmacy team here at MotivHealth. And I received a call from a member that was going through some cancer treatments. She was very concerned about her medication costing her a lot of money, of course, out of her pocket. And I ended up working through an assistance program for her. I was able to call her up on her birthday to let her know that it was approved and the medication is going to be covered at no charge to her.
My name's Jeffrey Smith. My wife Terry and I lived in Cedar City. On the 20th of January, we found out that Terry had stage 4 kidney cancer. I can't even tell whoever's in charge of admitting at MotivHealth. They gave me an email and a phone number and a fax number and said, if you can get the information over to me, I can get it covered so we could get the pills coming, because we were in the middle of a med change, and a large med change. Finally, I had the email, I had the phone number, I had the fax number, and within the next day we were covered because MotivHealth did what they were supposed to and made it happen. It was amazing. And right to the end, I can't imagine that many good people answering the phone any place. Everybody I talked to. And I wish I would have wrote down everybody's name, because they were amazing from beginning to end.
You've been very helpful for us, very accommodating, and we've had our questions answered, and it's been wonderful. So thank you very much.
The data ops team resolved over 3,400 unique data consistency issues throughout the year, and that is primarily eligibility related. In addition to that, they're managing now over 100 EDI integrations with various partners to help manage enrollment for our groups, and they implemented over 25 new EDI integrations just this year. Data management has also been busy. We have our team of data management analysts who implemented over 13 new Power Apps across the company that have helped improve our internal processes, as well as over 20 external integrations or data extracts that we're sending to other partners. In addition to that, we've worked really hard with some internal processes. Our auto adjudication process is now adjudicating over 25% of our claims volume, which is a significant increase of around 8% that we were receiving the previous year. And we've implemented a very robust provider roster ingestion engine that's replacing the one that we have used over 2020. Lastly, Mike Thoman has been working really hard with Looker and has done a fantastic job implementing and designing Looker as a new business intelligence solution that we're using throughout the organization. So it's been an exciting year, a lot of new products, a lot of new features that we've worked on, and we're looking forward to 2022.
There's so many individual contributions that are meaningful and so many group contributions that are meaningful, but I'm happy to point out a couple of things. On the service side, we created a new quality scorecard. The team really embraced the new expectations, and that yielded like record highs in customer satisfaction, including an NPS score that got up to like 50%. For a couple months, and that's what the insurance industry averages like 10 to 15%. So our members were very happy with these changes. And another good point is Smart Pay. We were able to help about 1,000 customers save millions of dollars this year, and that team also converted those Smart Pay cases at 4% higher than they did the previous year, which is a terrific improvement. Data management also had some great wins this year. They implemented Looker, which is for analytics and reporting, and it's really created a lot of visibility in our organization, done a great job for us. Also, they consolidated kind of our CRM into Salesforce implementation, which is terrific, get everybody singing on the same sheet of music, and hopefully take better care and keep better track of our customers, providers, and groups. And then data management and claims actually together have worked a lot on auto adjudication, which auto adjudication of our claims, which increases our efficiency tremendously, and they've kind of like quadrupled what we used to auto adjudicate. So that was really awesome. The claims team in general, the claims team is handling volumes they're like 50% year over year growth. And they've just done a great job staying on top of it, managing the aging of our claims so that our members and providers get paid and get taken care of in a timely manner. And then, of course, since we're trying to help members get the right care at the right price and see what we can do to suppress those premiums for our members, we really did a great job and had a lot of improvements on the high dollar review process this year that helped us save money so that we can pass that that savings to our members.
On the finance team, we're a little bit different measure than for most of the company, but for us, the biggest things we had to get through this year was the multi-year State of Utah Department of Insurance audit. And that has been a major undertaking and has involved input from almost every department within the company. So that's been a big accomplishment for us. We've also been able to achieve quite a few different things on the control environment and bringing in more for the company. So stopping duplicate payments, getting all of our procedures down, it's kind of a long list, including software upgrades and changing out to get better software that'll work better for our employees for time clock and payroll.
Sales perspective, I think one of the things we really wanted to focus on as a sales team is becoming a little bit more familiar with who our broker partners really are and solidifying and strengthening those relationships. I think one of the things we've done this year better than in years past is we've really identified who we know we can trust, who we know we believe in, and who we know really evangelizes the mission of MotivHealth best. And we've tried to do everything we can to not only strengthen those relationships, but to provide meaningful solutions for them. With respect to account management, I really wanted to challenge that team this year and give them an opportunity to really grow up and own that position themselves. And I've seen Reese, Brianne, and Bryce really absolutely take off in their unique roles and take on greater ownership and accountability. And I've seen them personally and professionally really excel. And then from an implementation perspective, it's a very small team, but it's a very dedicated team. And we've taken a lot of ownership on not only ourselves, but on each individual member of that team and really risen to the occasion and really been able to deliver on a great year for 2021. I think moving forward across the spectrum, we really want to refine the processes of what we're trying to do and really fundamentally focus on how are we going to get better at doing what we know we need to do to drive that difference and provide those meaningful solutions. So I think we're going to focus a lot on the messaging, again, solidifying of the relationships and doing what we can to streamline and simplify process moving forward so that we can deliver on that promise in a more effective and efficient way.
At the beginning of the year, we were a pretty small team, and we've grown substantially since then, largely due to a lot of new clients, a lot of growth, and so obviously our team has to grow along with the new clients that are being onboarded. And so that's been exciting to see is how the team has been able to grow in numbers. Also some of the goals and big milestones that we've been able to reach. We've been able to increase the amount of savings that we've been able to accomplish for our clients. Year to date, we're higher than we have been ever at about 28 million so far in savings on the pharmacy team, which again has just exponentially grown over time as we are able to get medications for cheap or for free for members. Just the feedback that we get from them is invaluable, and we've seen member compliments increase. We've also been able to put into place new systems, new processes that have been able to make us more efficient in what we do, less manual work, more automated work, and streamlining our processes across the board.
I'm John Anderson. I work with the Motiv Comms team, Motiv Communications, or the marketing department. And just a quick review of the year, we have added a new member to our team, Brett Shepard, Ken Shepard's son, who's also an adjunct member of our team. And he's working on a lot of the pricing, the price transparency model, the numbers that actually will go into our search portal. And so that's a huge project. We can have a foot in the tech department, we have a foot in the data department, and then also contracting and Russell and Tara's department. So that's a really big, important project for us. We continue to do member engagement, reaching out to all of our MotivHealth Nation, Motiv members, and trying to get those that are participating in the programs to do more so, and those that haven't been to kind of get up to speed. So we appreciate Kaylee, who's just been a rock star, keeping us organized and going. And then we also added Amanda Johnson this year, who's really helping us craft the message, craft the content that we send out to people. We've been working on tidying up MotivU. We're putting that into Spanish. That's another thing we're going to work on this next year. We feel that will help. We really love the Looker program, so we can build looks and see data. So we're able to we kind of call them the biggest losers, the top 10 groups that are not participating in maybe in steps, or they're not participating in smart pay. They might not be participating in, well, they might not have a profile set up. And so those are the ones that we're looking at. Who are the top 10 groups that have the most people that don't have a profile, that aren't doing smart pay? And we also enjoyed working with the PHA and the RX teams on helping them boost their numbers. I want to thank all of you guys for saying yes to probably one of the most important, definitely the best looking, the nicest person on our team is COC Manu, George. He's the one that comes around and asks all of you guys if we could take videos, if we could do a Motiv moment, highlight some of you when you've had a nice member give you a compliment. We just like putting those out on LinkedIn and all over social media and on our website. It's a really great team. It's been a really great year. We look forward to 2022.
So this year we've continued to grow the HSA assets, and we've been able to educate people on investment opportunities and ways that they can grow their HSA money tax-free. For next year, we're continuing to improve the HSA lineups and HSA investment improve the HSA investment opportunities, so people can have managed HSA investments, or they can choose to go into brokerage stocks.
So next year we have a lot planned. We'll be coming out with improvements to our search portal. We'll be adding additional HSA investment options, and additionally we'll be improving our portal deploy process. Our IT team will be improving our security and scaling and performance.
2021 has been a tremendous year. We've overcome quite a bit of adversity this year. We've lost a few people, but we've also gained and been able to train several new employees for the processing team. We've saved, at this point in the year, we've saved almost $800,000, for example, through our new high dollar review. That's been an extremely challenging process, to say the least, but a lot of people have put a lot of time and effort into that, and that's, I feel like, a big accomplishment for the claims team this year. We've also had the opportunity to create a lot of new documentation, create a lot of new processes that have led towards better efficiencies within the team, better efficiencies in terms of accuracy, paying claims more accurately, and less procedural errors. So QA has been a big one this year. I would say we're going to continue to work with high dollar process. We've really only started to scratch our ability to save dollars on really large claims. And we're going to continue to, we have several networks, for example, that we haven't been able to do reviews on in the past that we're going to work on. We're going to continue to build out newer, more exciting processes around the high dollar tracker and the high dollar review process. We're going to continue to improve our QA processes. Auto adjudication has been a really hot one this year. When we started this year, auto processing 7% of our total claims, and we're currently exceeding 40% of our total claims base being auto adjudicated. I would say going from 0 to 40% in about an 18-month period was pretty exciting for us, and we're excited to see how that does next year as well.
I want to thank my team for everything they have done this year. They've stepped up, they've worked hard, and sometimes knowing that you're working all day, all night to get a project or get something accomplished, I appreciate them putting that time and effort in, as everybody else in the company. I know that everyone is working hard to make us succeed. And I do want to thank Dave and Russell for Dave's vision in creating MotivHealth, because without his vision, we wouldn't be able to be there for our members and help help those individuals that really need our help. So Dave, thank you so much for everything you have done to make this company succeed. You're the best.
When I think about the last year, what impresses upon me most is growth. And we talk about growth a lot, about how many members, how many groups, financially, how we've grown, and those things are important. But to me, it seems like the more important thing is that we're growing in ways that makes us much better at what we do. As I look at some of the teams that I work most directly with, the correspondence, intake, appeals, and audit, these teams communicate with providers and members to inform them about authorizations, gather records, store claims. Insurance companies drawn on paper, and they kind of manage that paper flow, if that makes sense. And so some of the things we've grown there is, as we do medical bill review, this team takes a lot of that documentation, looks through, and literally reads through hundreds, if not thousands, of pages to make sure that everything's there, so that when it's reviewed, we don't miss anything. We've implemented a new electronics filing system for all those claims, so we can index it and find things as we need to. A lot of the process has been automated, so we're just more efficient and have greater visibility of what's going on in that area. So it's just lots of growth about being better. The clinical team, again, medical bill review. We're training right now. We use several different vendors that do medical bill review for us, but we're also training for our folks to be doing some of that, and so they're already working on that. We also are better at how we look at the data now, how we look at members, and data just represents members, of where we can actually make a difference in their lives, either in costs or outcomes, or often both at the same time. Underwriting is a team that just assesses the risk of groups and applies the right costs to those groups. And so if they miss it, we're gonna pay out a lot more than we expect to, and that's really, really obviously not good for an insurance company. So we rely on them very heavily. We've grown in lots of the documentation that we do, and how we communicate with other departments, and how we've also automated how all those processes go. And so we have some of the best underwriters of any carriers out there. And so that's been fun to watch them personally grow and that department grow. So payment integrity and provider relations, this is kind of a newer team for us, but we were doing some of these functions, but we've grown quite a bit. Essentially, their job is to make sure that we're paying providers according to the contracts and our policies. And so they help develop many of the processes and documentation that we need to ensure that we're meeting those obligations. And they also serve as subject matter experts to many other parts of the company to help us in that regard. Provider contracting, lots of things going on there. So a lot of people probably know that we've acquired Health Utah. Health Utah is a rental network. Currently we use another rental network, and so now by this acquisition we'll own the paper. In other words, we'll have the contracts with the members, or with the providers directly. The other payers will pay us to maintain those contract positions with. As we do contracting, we've increased our contract positions, or basically we got better contracts, which means we're going to pay less for the same services. And so contracts that we put in place last year are already saving us, year to date, millions of dollars. And with the contracts that we're putting in place now, will save us millions next year, and in fact, even into the tens of millions of dollars. So it's huge with the amount of growth we've had in that area as well. Legal and compliance we never had its own dedicated team, and so now we have a dedicated team that helps with research into regulatory issues, expansion into other states, and all kinds of other things like that. So contract language, things like that. So it's been very helpful to have that in-house instead of hiring others or doing that with the resources we have. So that's been another area of growth. Craig has been a great addition to the team. He also researches all the new laws. There's a whole bunch of new laws coming out about transparency, and he's been helped leading some of that. He's also the current president of UHIA, which helps give us a voice in the middle of the conversations of everything that's going on in the Utah health insurance market. So that's been great. I think that everybody knows that the pharmacy team is one of those things that really sets us apart and makes us different than any other carrier out there. Their goal is to help people get their medications at the lowest possible cost. And to that end, with all the programs that we do in our pharmacy team, our costs now are about a fourth or less than what every other payer is paying for those for their medications for their members. Not only in Utah, but across the country. It's something that makes us extremely unique. We've also, because of our success in those programs, we've actually grown to where we're just offering that as a standalone product. So we have an RX only or RX carve-out groups that we have out there, and we have over 10,000 members on that now, and we expect lots of growth in that area as well. Overall, as a company, I think that to me, growth is really kind of the cornerstone of what this last year has looked like. We just are getting better at what we do. And part of that is we've input lots of different new processes and documentation of those processes to make sure that we're consistent in what we're doing. And then we've also automated a lot of those processes. And so that automation allows us to be more efficient at doing what we're doing. The successes we've had in Utah have also led to opportunities in other states. Some of you may already know that we have a group in Colorado that we'll be doing services for next year. We would expect that to happen in some other places as well. So we'll look for those opportunities in other places that extend the reach that we have. Essentially, we are here to help people, and I think that we do a really good job of that. And I think that our people care about other people, and that's extremely important. And I'm very thankful for every member on the Motiv team. Without any one of you, we just couldn't be as good as we are.
Okay, I think we're good.
Are we just here for the blooper reel?
No.
We're not even gonna make the real cut.
This is really weird.
This is literally the only. He's like, we need some people who are gonna just make total joke of themselves.
These guys would be great.
Come on through. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. We're done. He's still recording.
I really like working for the pharmacy team and with that team because
I like working at MotivHealth.
Okay.
Just say, I like working at MotivHealth, and then say your answer. Yeah?
Got it.
Okay. Right, you ready?
Yes.
Why do I like working at MotivHealth?
Hold on, sorry. Let me start over. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I got the giggles. Okay. I like working at. Okay, go. Okay. Run.
Growth that we have made is astounding.
So our team next year will be doing improvements to our search portal, and we'll also be improving our other portals, and I forgot what else, so let me try again.
Let me just think of my points real quick. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't shave today. I look like Reese.
Oh, it's not a bad thing.
Well, you know, trying to be like Reese.
I also love showing up to work and having a supportive group of coworkers, supervisors, and managers.
Good. That's a good answer.
The favorite part of my job, I'm still learning it, so.
You know, we were in a meeting in Scott's office this morning and I was like, oh, I hope you can't hear the train that's like making massive sounds outside his window.
Is this just gonna keep recording?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good question. Stop staring at me. No, not you. I'm talking to her.
She's on Smart Pay, so she saves a lot of money for the company. Okay, not me.
That team does.
But
The
yeah,
Smart Pay
it's
team in
just like
general.
overall a really good.
Okay. I look massive next to you.
All right.
It's great.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
We get a test 1, 2.
1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me now? We volver.
Just read it.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, let's see. I was like preparing for that one. Hold on.
At least this one's an easy one to do. It's gonna be different every time I say it too. Formulary. Formulary is a specific direct prescription.
Wait, what would it be?
This is very confusing sometimes. A lot of the times I'm reading it and I'm like, what is happening? So it's...
What is the word? I'm looking for a specific word.
What are you trying to describe?
Like how different it is.
Diversity.
Oh, I like how diverse it is.
Okay.
Why am I starting over?
Because you can't go, oh, and then.
Okay.
Or PHA at MotivHealth. Like to call myself your personal health advocate though. But for real,
our members learn the system. It becomes easier for them to manage their claims and navigate their care. That doesn't sound right, but that's all that's coming off. Okay.
As awesome parties and fabulous free food Fridays.
Sorry, what was the original question? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. Okay, and what did you want me to say in the beginning?
Yeah, MotivHealth is how diverse our company is. Now I can go to the next one?
Yep.
Okay.
What's one notable experience you've had?
No, that's not the question. That's not, you skipped this question. Is that good?
Yes.
Yes. Am I done?
You're done.
Yes. That was hard.